Hi Libras, happy birthday to those of you kicking off Libra season here. This is going to be a message for the 26th of September through the 2nd of October. We're finally wrapping up Mercury retrograde. You might stumble upon this video after the time frame I mentioned. That's just fine. You're going to find it whenever you're meant to hear the messages that are in it. Keep in mind this is a general reading for the collective, therefore not every single message is going to resonate, and that's okay. Take what does, leave what doesn't. So we're going to connect and see what's coming up here for Libra Moon, Libra Sun, Libra Moon, and Libra Rising. Those of you who watch my videos, as you can see, I'm still on the road. This is not the regular setup or the regular environment, but I don't want to leave you all without your readings while I'm traveling, so we're going to keep the show going. First card coming up here for the Libra collective is the Two of Wands. Now this can be partnerships. This could be coming into new agreements, maybe even contracts with people, or deciding to work closely with someone. Two of Wands can also come up when we need to look at a situation cautiously. Especially right now that we're still in Mercury retrograde, this might be a better time to kind of review, revise, plan, more so than taking action. So there may be an opportunity presenting itself to you, and Spirit is saying this could be a good opportunity. However, there may be something about the situation that you're not quite catching, you're not quite seeing, and this can lead to some challenges. Because then we have expectation versus reality. You had certain expectations, and then the reality turned out to be different, and that can be super discouraging. But if you can catch this ahead of time and you walk in knowing that, then you're setting yourself up to succeed, and you know what you're in for, and you know how to deal with that situation. Sometimes I see the Two of Wands come up because somebody is approaching us with an offer, and we're going to be super beneficial to them. And they know that we're going to be super beneficial to them. But they also know that we have no idea how beneficial we're going to be to them. And so they might kind of lowball us. They might give us low offers. So it could be a good idea for you to do your research. You know, what am I doing in this situation? How much does this kind of work or this service typically go for? Is there anything that I'm doing that might be under the umbrella of a different position or different service or different situation, therefore allowing me to ask for more, to negotiate for something higher? Making sure you're on the same page also about situations. This could be in your personal life. Those of you who watch my readings, you know, in the weekly forecasts, I try to focus on things other than love and romance, and once a month I do a love reading. But this could even be on a personal level. You know, somebody might be approaching you for a relationship. Somebody might be saying, hey Libra, I really like you, I want to get to know you, but you know, I kind of want to go slow. I don't want to rush things. And you might say, oh, that sounds good to me, right? I want to get to know you, I like you too, and yeah, I'm totally all for going slow. I'm not trying to rush into things. But what does that mean? Your idea of going slow and their idea of going slow might be two completely different things. So the Two of Wands is saying, define it. Ask questions. You know, what does that mean to you? What does going slow look like to you? Make sure that you're asking those questions. Make sure that you're on the same page. Don't just assume that it means the same thing for them as it means for you. Your idea of going slow might be, well, we're exclusive, right? We're not seeing other people. We're focusing on getting to know each other, but we're not like in a hurry to get engaged right away. We're not in a hurry to put a label on things right away. We're just making sure we're getting to know each other, and you know, we'll know in a couple of months, you know, what we're doing, and we can revisit it then. And that person's idea of going slow might be, well, we're going slow in terms of commitment. So I'm seeing you, but I'm also seeing 50 other people, and you know, we'll just kind of go and we'll see what happens. And then you find yourself in a situationship. right? So, okay, I'm all for going slow. Does that mean that we're exclusive? Does that mean that we're still getting to know other people? How long do you think is an appropriate period of time before you're able to figure out if somebody's right for you? How long do you think is an appropriate period of time before you can figure out if you see a future with somebody or if you want to put a label on things? You might think that a couple of months is enough time. And if that person just says, I don't know, there's no time, I guess, I'll know if I know, well, then you might let that person know, okay, I can respect that, but I think, 2 months is enough, or I think 3 months is enough to figure out if you see a future with somebody, or if you want to commit to that person. Then that person knows, look, you have a limited amount of time with me. I'm not just going to be strung along here. I'm not going to be pulled into a situationship. I'm not going to be 2 years into this wondering if you're ever going to be healed enough to settle down. Right? I'm not going to do that. So this is a good time to ask questions, whether it's about your personal life or some other arrangement. Make sure that you're on the same page. Make sure that you're defining the terms. And Mercury retrograde is a great time to figure out things like that, to figure things out before we commit to something, to figure things out before we take steps or moving forward. The next card that's coming up here for the Libra collective is the Knight of Swords. There could be disagreements, there could be drama, there could be somebody trying to push you into a situation. As I said, for some of you, you're going to be awfully beneficial to somebody. And if they sense and if they feel that you're getting wind of this or you're knowing this, they may kind of try to, push you or rush you. They may kind of try to shake your confidence by like, well, you don't know what you're talking about and you need to trust me and you need to listen to me. I feel like this Knight of Swords, more so than drama or fighting or arguing, I feel like the Knight of Swords here is more like you're trying to figure out a situation and decide how you want to move forward. And I feel the Knight of Swords is somebody trying to rush you. Like they don't want to give you the time to think because they're like, oh, well, if Libra thinks, then they're going to, not do what I want them to do. So I got to hurry them up. I gotta get them locked in. I feel like someone is trying to push you or rush you into an agreement. And sometimes, Libras, you all get accused of being indecisive or not being able to make up your mind. I've said this in previous readings. I'm a Libra rising. I have lots of friends who are Libras. I have family who are Libra. And my impression of Libra is not that Libra is indecisive. Libra just wants to make the right decision. And Libra wants to do what's right and what's going to be fair for everybody involved. So Libra is always going to look at the situation from all the different angles, right? On one hand, if I do this, these are the consequences, these are the effects. On the other hand, if I do that, that's how that's going to pan out. That's how that's going to affect this situation or this person. So Libra looks at everything from every angle before deciding. And you're dealing with someone who's like, no, I can't let Libra do that because then they're going to see a certain angle and they're not going to do what I want them to do. So I got to hurry them along. I got to hurry up. I got to get them to sign on the dotted line. I got to lock them in before they see what I don't want them to see. So be cautious of this. Be wary of this. Be on guard of anybody who's pushing you or rushing you or insisting on something. There's something hidden here that they don't want you to see, and they're looking out for their best interest. They're not looking out for your best interest. Don't give in to this, right? They might even come at you with the guise of, oh, well, you're indecisive and you need to be more decisive and you need to take control and you need to, be more bold and you need to go for things. Like they might turn the tables on you and make it like this is a bad thing that you're doing, taking your time. Like, oh, it's indecisive, it's a weakness, it's a negative character trait. In this situation, it's not a negative character trait. In this situation, it's serving as a protection for you. So don't let anybody pressure you or bully you into doing it in a different way. Oh, we got blurry. I wasn't even paying attention here. The next card that's coming up here for the Libra collective is the Emperor. This could be Aries or Scorpio energy. Some of you could be dealing with an Aries or Scorpio. If you have Aries or Scorpio placements, there could be big changes and big shifts happening for you in those houses or in those areas of your life. This is divine masculine energy. So some of you may be stepping into divine masculine energy. You may be calling in a divine masculine for some of you. But the Emperor is about structure, foundation, order, discipline, power. So somebody's trying to push you in a certain direction. Somebody's trying to rush you or bully you into something, but you're in this Emperor energy and you're like, that's not going to happen. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to do what I'm deciding to do, and you're not going to come in and you're not going to dictate that to me. The Emperor answers to no one. The Emperor is the highest authority in the physical realm. The Emperor has nobody above him but God. And so Libra, a lot of you are coming into this awakening and you're realizing, I don't have to answer to anybody. I don't have to justify anything to anybody. I'm in charge of myself. I'm in charge of my life. I'm going to do what's good for me. I'm going to do what makes sense for me. And I don't owe anybody anything. I don't owe anybody explanation. I don't have to convince anyone of anything. I don't have anybody to answer to. I don't have anyone to answer to but God. And so there's this sense here of taking back your power and being in your authority. There could even be something here that you are resolving with an authority figure. For some of you, there could be a dynamic. You might be an adult, a grown adult, and you might be setting some kind of clarity here or some kind of boundary here in terms of the authority people think they have over you. You may have an older sibling that's still acting like you're 5 years old, and you're like, look, you don't boss me around. You don't tell me how to live my life. I'm an adult. Right? For some of you, this could be a boundary with a parent or with a father figure. Some of you Libras might be clearing and releasing lifelong issues with authority. And you're realizing this struggle is an illusion because at the end of the day, they don't have power over you anyway. So there could be a very powerful release here and taking charge and control of your life and realizing that you don't have to struggle. You don't have to fight. Any kind of power anybody thinks they have over you, they are sadly disillusioned. They don't have that power over you. And you're realizing they don't have that power over you. So strong, confident, in charge energy here. The next card that's coming up here for you all is the Four of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles is a card that can come up oftentimes when there may be some kind of a financial blessing coming your way. And so for me in my readings, it's like your angels and guides are giving you a heads up. Like, hey, there's a financial blessing coming your way, but you need to hold on to this money when it comes in. You might have ideas of like big things that you want to do with it or invest it into something right away. Or you might have ideas of like ways that you want to bless people. Like, oh, I want to buy my parents a house. I want to buy my best friend a car. Like when I have this big money coming in, I'm going to be Oprah. Like you get this and you get this and everybody gets a car. And the Four of Pentacles says not so fast. This money and this blessing may be coming in to give you a much needed time for rest, to take some time off, to rest, to recuperate, and to conservatively invest into future plans. This is not the time to go big or go home, so to speak. It's not the time to take huge financial gambles. This money and this blessing is coming in for you to have a time of recuperation, healing, regrouping, taking some time off. And so you might be putting some boundaries on your generosity. And also with the Four of Pentacles, this might be a time where it's going to be a good idea for you to be selective about who you're letting into your physical space. Okay? Not everybody who wants to access you gets to have access to you right now. You might be selective over who you're allowing over, who you're allowing to visit you. Some of you, the energy feels like a revolving door. There have just been people coming in and out, and you've just been, my house is your house. Maybe you're like the place where people go to, and you've always been there for them, and you've always been like, well, I'll help anybody. My door is always open. That might be changing for a lot of you. You're being a lot more selective, right? Call before you come over, right? The door is not always going to be open. You can't just come here and crash here whenever you want, or you can't just stop by whenever you want. I feel with this Four of Pentacles, a lot of you are taking time and creating a sense of sanctuary in your home. This is my safe space. This is my sacred space, and I'm selective who I share it with. For some of you, this could even be within like your body. Maybe you're being very selective over who you're physically intimate with, or you might be dating and you might be deciding that you're taking the physical stuff kind of slow here and reclaiming your body. There could be that element with the Four of Pentacles as well. You may want to check out your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks your moon sign or rising sign might resonate more than your sun sign. There is a playlist in the link of the description of the video that will take you to all of the weekly forecasts. So it'll be easier for you to find the different placements. Love readings are also linked in the description of the video. If you would like to schedule a private reading with me, there's a link in the description that takes you to the scheduling page, calendly.com/amethystangelite. You can schedule a private reading with me there. And I hope that you guys can come back tomorrow and check out the daily message that I post on the channel. A lot of people have been asking me to do a card of the day, and they've said it's been very helpful for them. So hopefully you can come back and check out the card of the day. If not, if it's not your cup of tea, no worries. I hope you'll come back next week and check out next week's forecast. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Be well, my darlings. Have a fabulous week, and we'll see you all in the next one.